Arlington, like many communities around the country, is grappling with what recent federal actions on immigration enforcement mean for our residents and our community. And regardless of what your views are with respect to immigration enforcement and the actions being undertaken by the administration, we must remember that at the heart of every policy debate or every government statistic are people, members of our community, our neighbors, and our friends. So first and foremost, we want to say to all of our residents that we stand with you and we are here to support and assist you. Our commitment to each one of our residents is unwavering. Arlington County has and always will be an inclusive, welcoming community that respects, honors, and supports all of our residents. We pride ourselves on the fact that 1 in 4 of our residents are foreign-born and that we have long served as a destination for refugees and other immigrants. This history has benefited us all, with immigrants enjoying a welcoming, inclusive, and compassionate community where they can flourish, and with Arlington's newcomers constantly renewing the promise of our nation and our country and diversifying the culture and the experience that has enriched our mutual understanding in our lives. Today, I'm unveiling a new set of frequently asked questions, or FAQs, and a one-stop immigration resource website to help residents access important information about county policies, procedures, and services. I believe one of our primary responsibilities is to provide as much information and as much certainty to our residents in these very uncertain times, and we will continue to do so. I also want to say very clearly that we want and need to hear from you. If any of our residents have questions or need assistance, you should not fear contacting the county. We are here for you. So we have heard from many residents asking about our status as, and I'll use the words in quotes, sanctuary city. Arlington County has always defined ourselves as a welcoming and inclusive community where every person has the right to live, learn, work, and play. We have not used the term sanctuary or sanctuary city to define Arlington County. We believe that using that term could potentially mislead people into believing that Arlington County is able to shield them from immigration enforcement actions by the federal government. Simply put, we do not have the ability to protect any individual from federal immigration enforcement actions. We want all Arlingtonians to know that our policies and practices have not changed. Let me speak specifically to the role that the Arlington County Police Department plays. Arlington County Police do not, have not, and will not enforce federal immigration laws. The federal government is responsible for enforcing federal immigration laws, and Arlington County will not attempt to assume this responsibility. Further, Arlington County has never participated in the 287G program, which is a federal program that asks local governments to essentially deputize their staff. I want to reinforce, and Chief Farr is here with me today, that ACPD will continue our long history of community policing, working closely with our residents to reduce and prevent crime and improve the quality of life of all Arlington's residents, all of Arlington's visitors and businesses, regardless of their immigration status. These policies have been central to creating the safety and security we enjoy in Arlington. While ACPD does not enforce federal immigration law, ACPD will cooperate to the fullest extent with any federal, state, or local law enforcement agency, including ICE, requesting assistance with executing a criminal warrant within Arlington County. Additionally, ACPD officers may accompany federal agents during an arrest when there is a local public safety concern. The purpose of ACPD involvement is to maintain the safety and security of the public. ACPD officers will not use their trusted relationship with our residents as a way for ICE to take action against them. So earlier this week, which would be yesterday, I had the chance to meet with the leadership of the Washington Field Office of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, and Chief Farr and a number of other officials were with me. They have the responsibility for the entire Commonwealth of Virginia and Washington, D.C. when it comes to ICE enforcement. They report that they are not doing wide immigration sweeps or immigration raids, but are focusing solely on targeted actions against specific individuals. And while they assured us that sweeps are not part of their standard practice today, we recognize that in this ever-changing environment, the Department of Homeland Security could adjust their policies and procedures at any time. Further, they informed us that the existing DHS policy limiting actions at sensitive locations such as schools, churches, medical facilities, and others remains in effect. This uncertainty makes us all uneasy, and we will continue to closely monitor any potential changes that stray away from current practices. We convey the importance of ICE providing the county with information about ICE actions in our community. While there are limits to what information the federal government is willing to share with states and localities, we will continue to ask for data as well as information regarding specific events in the county that are brought to our attention. But I wanted to reinforce once again that Arlington County does not and will not enforce federal immigration law. This is the role of the federal government and not our local law enforcement officers. So a little bit about the frequently asked questions and the Immigrant Resources website. Our initial list of FAQs is hosted on our new website, and if we could have, I don't know, Brian, if you can bring up the website. There we go. You'll see on here there's a place on the right side where it has FAQs. These are the questions we've received to date, and we encourage people to email us additional questions to be added at immigration@arlingtonva.us. That's again, immigration@arlingtonva.us. The website includes information in English and Spanish, thanks, about available services in our community, regardless of immigration status. It is important that our residents know they do not have to present any documentation about their legal status to access health care, food, shelter, and education services. This new website also features a Know Your Rights section. And we've included links to outside organizations that can provide legal aid. Arlington will always embrace our values to be an inclusive community that welcomes immigrants regardless of their legal status. And we will continue to prohibit discrimination based on race, color, gender status, sexual orientation, ethnicity, religious observance, physical or mental ability, and any other characteristic subject to marginalization. So in conclusion, repeating, this is a difficult time that requires us to come together as a community to embrace our strengths of diversity and inclusion. We ask that residents continue to work with each other to support our friends and neighbors. We encourage residents and businesses to continue to share their concerns and suggestions. And in the meantime, I hope you will review this new set of resources on our website, which can most easily be found by going to www.arlingtonva.us and typing in the word immigration in the search